numbers.
Hey, we the first string. Getting money is the first thing. Losing money is the worst thing. Show you how to pull a purse strings. Hey, first string. Getting money is the first thing. Losing money is the worst thing. Let me show you pull a purse strings. Yeah, Going through my city, not too many niggas made it. Those who made it out, goddamn, they hate it. Rolling with a squad that be all about a payment. I can't hang with pussies, man, they make me feel tainted. Life is a bitch, ain't it? Whole lot of things trying to take me off the pavement. Hey, all these fucking actors, man, I'm looking for the agents. The world's so foul and I'm ducking all the flavors. Watch, put they face up on the shirt, I make you haters famous. Got the background info on the plane. Wasn't born with much, came up. Walking through the hood with that iron top. You can play pussy, you can give fuck. Don't worry about who, where, when, nigga, what. First string. Getting money is the first thing. Losing money is the worst thing. Show you how to pull a purse strings. Hey, first string. Getting money is the first thing. Losing money is the worst thing. Let me show you pull a purse strings. Hey, never measured up to a ruler. And I hate to surround myself with shooters. Cause you never know which one is a Judas. Let him feel the fire if he being foolish. Traitors shouldn't need to breathe. If he dies, then he dies like Apollo Creed. I'm a higher quality, I gave my game a prodigy. Buy yourself some property and start up a monopoly. Find a niche, make the shit flip. Find a chick, don't run a lip. Dark times coming, gone like the wrist. Haters gon' hate regardless. Do it. Buy a gun, nigga, don't miss. Identify all targets. News on the come up. Always travel fast. Haters breaking in your crib. I see some ass through my gas. We first string. Getting money is the first thing. Losing money is the worst thing. Show you how to pull a purse strings. Hey, first string. Getting money is the first thing. Losing money is the worst thing. Let me show you pull a purse strings. Yeah, I tell you we don't run. Hey, man.
They say that boy late. What's up with your fight fans? It's the homie, main man, made man in the building. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing, man. Once again, it is an honor and a pleasure. I repeat, an honor and a pleasure to be up on here with all of the boxing fans and the boxing fam. It's Wednesday night, so you know what that means. It's our time now, man. Man, oh man, I'm late, Joe. Man, I'm gonna tell y'all, man, I tried to get on this joint a little earlier. My computer was doing this updating thing, man, and y'all know when y'all computer starts to update, it takes forever for the update to complete. Man, I had to sit through that long update. It was brutal, you know what I'm saying? But I made it through and I made it here for y'all, so I won't hold y'all too long tonight, you know what I mean? I'll be right in front of y'all in just a minute. I won't hold y'all too long tonight, you know what I mean? Boxing news this week has been kind of slow. But there is a couple things that we could talk about tonight that I'm looking forward to bringing up. And we're going to dive right into these issues, man. We want to talk about Cleressa Shields. Y'all see I got my girl on the thumbnail. We're going to talk about that situation. I have been hesitant to talk about that situation all week long. You know what I mean? I haven't done one video on it. I wanted to get all the facts before I started to talk about this thing. But even so, today, all of the facts still ain't known. You know what I mean? So I guess I'll just give a POV on it, a point of view on it, and then I'm gonna keep it pushing, man. First off, let's start from the top, shall we? Let me get right here in front of y'all in a second, man. I got fam in the building. I got my man Alec Cartier in the building. I got Chin Smoke in the building. Last of a Dying Breed in the building. John Dejean in the building. My bad, fam. In the building. Edward Stevens, what up, though? Why is reverberation happening? I'm having some sound issues. I don't know, Mo. I hope it ain't no reverberation going on out there. I shouldn't be having it. Let me check on that. Let me check on that before we really get going here. I don't know, why is there reverberation? Then you know what? I think I might got a good idea. Hold on one second. I might got a good idea. Nah, that's not it either. I don't know, bro. But I need to hear what this sound like. Give me 1 second, fight fans. Building, my bad, fam. In the building, Edward Stevens, what up? Nah, man, that joint sounded crystal clear, man. It sounds crystal clear. That's cool enough. So hopefully, man, it comes out cool for you. You know what I'm saying? But let me get right there in front of y'all real quick. Hold on. It is a pleasure, fight fans. We are here. We made it. God damn it, we here. You know what I'm saying? So, like I was saying, man, Boxing Logic United, my brother. What's up with you, famo? Myra Magnus in the building. Everybody that hear the sound of my voice, go check out the homie, Boxing Logic United. My man spits that fire. You know what I'm saying? My man spits that game from a logical standpoint. So check out the fam over there, man. That's DMV fam in the building. You know what I'm saying? All day. You dig? Oh, say Last of a Dying Breed says I'm clear. All right, bet that. So we're going to start off once again with the Cleressa Shields situation, because I have yet to be talking about that, and I am dying to get into this issue. So before we do, let me get into this quote that what's her name, Ivana Habazin. I hope I ain't butchering her name too bad, but Ivana Habazin let out a long quote when this had happened. And it's real unfortunate this situation played out the way it did, man, because Cleressa Shields is on her way to greatness. Myron, I seen your video on this, bro. Good video, man. Good video. Yo, man, like, she's on her way to greatness. And the last thing that she needs is stuff like this dogging her out. All right, let me get these words up off the screen for y'all. Hold on 1 second. Let's get a picture of the beautiful queen herself, Miss Cleressa Shields, up on the screen like yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Hold up, fight fans. I got to get my girl up here. Hold up. There she is. All right, bam. Beautiful Cleressa Shields. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, anyway, Ivana Habazin, man, she let out a statement. Pretty long, pretty heartfelt. You know what I'm saying? Kind of messed up what happened. I'll try to get it in as much as I can. But she said when it happened and she was in the hospital, she had put on her social media, with deep regret, my trainer, James Ali Bashir, was punched in the back of his neck by someone in Shields' entourage. Bashir was taken to a local hospital and has now been moved to Henry Ford Hospital because delicate facial reconstruction surgery must be performed. Damn. I want to say that that security was nowhere to be found. Club shows I run better than this organization. Cleressa has a big mouth, and the people around her, like Cleressa, are always looking for trouble. Cleressa and her team are classless. During the pre-weigh-in, my coach wanted to look at Cleressa's weight, and her sister and Bashir exchanged words. Her family and friends should have never been allowed on the stage. As we were leaving the area, someone from her camp attacked my coach and sucker punched him. Bashir hit the floor face first and was bleeding unconscious. The attacker quickly ran out of the building. Right now, it's about 10 p.m. and I'm still in the hospital. My immediate concern is to look after the well-being of my coach. I think most people with a heart will do the same. Last paragraph. We have been receiving threats, and people are saying I'm scared to fight because Cleressa is going to beat my ass. We don't feel safe here. So Cleressa, have this message for you. You can run your filthy mouth all you want. When my trainer recovers, it will be just you and me in the ring. I want to see how tough you are when the thugs you hang out with aren't there to help you. You're going to find out just how scared I am of a classless fighter like you. Our day will come, Cleressa. End quote. Wow. Yeah, she called them thugs Last of a Dying Breed straight like that. You know what I mean? Thugs, though. You know what I mean? Damn, you calling the GWOAT and her family a bunch of thugs, huh? You know what I mean? Look, man, the thing is, and for those who don't know, They're also talking about still doing this fight. This fight will still go on. They're talking about putting it on, and they're also saying that Cleressa Shields will not be sanctioned for the particular fight, for the redo, if you will. You know what I mean? She won't be sanctioned. So it is what it is. So it looked like the show will still go on. Now, the thing is this. No matter how you look at it, Sean Newton in the building. What up, Sean? No matter how you look at it, Silver Salamo 2011. What up, though? Rocket Strikes 89 in the building. What up, though? No matter how you look at this thing, whoever's point of view you take, you can find right and wrong. That's how I look at it. You know what I mean? Here's the deal. I know people may say, well, man, this was an elderly man. This was an old man. You know what I mean? He shouldn't been hit in the face. You shouldn't be hitting your elders, right? That's how you may feel. He was an old man and he was sucker punched. First off, I don't believe in sucker punches. I believe that if you got a problem with a man, you square it right there with him and you handle your business. Sucker punches is straight what the word is. It's for suckers. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're defending your children, unless you're defending the honor of your spouse, I don't believe in sucker punching, period. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, the thing is this. I understand the man was sucker punch, and I understand we know that Cleressa Shields' sister and the trainer Ali Bashir are the ones that exchange words. We know Cleressa Shields' sister. For those who don't know, I guess it's something we got to just put out there. She's a stud. So a lot of people feel as though she put herself in the man's position when she started mouthing off at this man. You know what I mean? Saying a bunch of disrespectful stuff. And according to him, and we seen the videos floating around YouTube, him off camera, on camera, oh, she putting herself in him. She thinks she a man. Well, I'll hit her like a man. I'll fight her like a man. One thing I know is this. When you are a dude and you going at it with a woman, whether she gay, whether she ain't, whatever, you know what I mean? The thing you always must be prepared for is to deal with the dude that she gonna go get. What do I mean by that? Anytime that I've ever got into it with a woman, for whatever reason, I'm not going to get into it with that woman unless I'm prepared to deal with the dude that she's prepared to go and get, whether it's her brother, her father, her boyfriend, or her husband, or whoever. Back in the day, you know what I'm saying? We used to have a saying where, like, if you got into it with a woman, man, go get your dude. Dude walk up, you just smash him for no reason, just because he's her dude. You are always basically prepared to have to deal with a dude. Or at least you should be always prepared to have to deal with some dude whenever you get into it with a woman. And that was the same way with this Ali Bashir guy, you know, the trainer. I understand he was an elderly guy. I understand he was mouthing off. At the end of the day, when he started mouthing off to this girl, knowing that she's there with her family, at that point, he should have been all prepared mentally, physically, whatever, that if I get into it with this girl, I'm going to have to deal with any dude that that's with her, especially if they family. You know what I'm saying? Now, I mean, it is what it is, man. But my deal is, so you can find, and then you can say, look back and say, well, it's messed up. He was sucker punched. Whoever was the guy, the person, I've heard the speculations of the brother. Yeah, I'm not going to put that out there. Whoever he was. And I believe that police had took him into custody right after that had happened, but I heard they let him go. But whoever he was defending the honor of that woman that he was there with. And that man should have been prepared or getting ready to deal with. You can't mouth off at a woman in front of her family and expect no dude to step in and do something. Now, here's the deal. What if it was your brother or your sister? Got a dude in her face. Do you sit back and ask him if he's 71 years old? If you got your sister, put yourself in that situation. If it's your sister. Hey, look, I see Edward Stevens says she was up in his face first. But Edward, if that was your sister, if that was your cousin, if that was your niece, anybody, do you stop and ask that man if he's 71 years old? Or do you just see a dude in your people's face? Emotions run high in situations like that. And I know what people may say, well, man, that guy should have been thinking because he cost Cleressa Shields $300,000+ for the fight. No, he didn't. The fight's still going on. Fight's still going on. As a matter of fact, the fight is now going to be bigger. Do y'all not see that? This fight is going to be bigger. Now, if anything, I don't mean to say this because of Mr. Bashir's situation, but that situation really amped this fight. But I'm just saying, man. So you got to look at it from that man's standpoint that defended that woman. He ain't thinking about, no, this is an elderly dude. He thinking about if some dude is in my people's face and she's a female, he's a male. Was she mouthing off? Yeah. But when Mr. Bashir decided to engage with this person, he should have also been prepared to deal with whoever, whatever she's going to bring to this situation. And Mr. Bashir wasn't prepared for that. He got in there thinking he was at an event, at a boxing. He ain't in the street. He had a boxing match. He had an event. So he figured like, yeah, this lady talking to me, I'm going to talk smack back to her. We ain't in the street. I ain't got to be prepared to take on anybody she willing to go get because he ain't thinking she was going to go get nobody. He thought it was cool to just mouth off with the girl, whether she was mouthing off for him or not. At the end of the day, this man is the trainer of Habazin. Habazin, whatever. That's their trainer. He knows what's at stake here. He can show some restraint too. That's a hanger on. That's what Cleressa Shields. She's a hanger on, nothing more, nothing less. Why are you, as the trainer of the opposing corner, getting into it with a hanger on? I don't care what she's saying. If he is 71 years old, and old people stuck in their ways, I get it, but he should have known. I'm not going to get into it. I deal with her after this fight is over. I'll let my fighter deal. Me, I'm the type of cat, look, if I get into it with a woman, I go get somebody, another woman to whoop her at. Like, I'm not going to do anything to her. I'm not going to sit back and go back and forth with you, sweetie. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to go get my little folks over here. You go ahead and talk to her like that. And let me see what she do. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to sit there and mouth back and forth with a woman. Because a man ain't going to win that fight at all. You ain't going to win. Now, if you get into it with that woman, be prepared to deal with whatever she brings or whoever. Now, I will say, it's messed up once again that he was sucker punched. And whoever hit the man, for you not to even want to square up with the dude, like for you to just hit him unexpectedly, now that's some chump stuff. I ain't going to lie, that's a sucker move. That's a sucker move. But once again, I mean, if it's your little peoples, if it's your little sister, if it's your little cousin, if whoever, how are you going to approach this situation? Riddle me this. Let me see some comments. Let me see what y'all saying. Let me know where I'm going wrong if I'm going wrong here, fight fans. Let me know. Let's see. My man Rocket Strikes 89 says Cleressa got clean house and get smarter. Okay, she got a clean house and get smarter. Oh, you saying she got to get rid of some of them hanger-ons? I agree with that. I'm not going to sit here and act like her sister mouthing off at an older dude is cool. It ain't cool. But as an older man, especially the trainer of the opposing corner, you got to let some things fly, man. You can't let that get up under your skin. But like I say, there's a lot of wrong. There's a lot of blame to go around. But then there's a lot of emotions when you're dealing with family. And then when you're dealing with a female that's going head-to-head with a male, man, it's tough, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Edward Stevens says Cleressa Shields has only her sister to blame for her troubles. Cleressa Shields' sister is the initiator of this whole mess. I agree. From what I've been hearing, at least, I agree. She probably was the initiator, but like I said before, she's a hanger-on in which the trainer of the opposing corner should not be concerned. You telling me? Now, according to Ivana Habazin, there was no security around. I was wondering what was up with the security situation. You telling me there was no security around at all? Nobody could have stepped in, stopped this whole shit. But then again, the dude got sucker punched so fast, man. I don't even think security it wouldn't have mattered one way or the other. He walked smack up on him and hit him square in the face. But where the hell was security, though? That's a good question. It's a very, very good question. Rocket Strikes 89 says, heavy is the head that wears the crown all day. Hey, that's some real talk right there, bro. Real talk. Edward Stevens says, she was up in his face first. Great, cool. Well, he need to take the appropriate Look, man, that's a man, bruh. That is a man. That is a grown man. Now, don't get me wrong. Women sometimes, especially the women that think they men, like they do put themselves right there. They think they really men. But as a coach, you still got a job to do. And your job is only to prepare your fighter for this fight. And your job is to only make sure that the opposing corner makes weight. You ain't there to be going back and forth with her mouthing off the waist, man. You, all right, come see me after this fight is over. Or come see, I got something for you after this fight is over. We can wrap it up then. I mean, I don't know, man. That was messed up, though, man. And I feel for Mr. Ali, man. But at the end of the day, though, like I told you before, anybody getting any of females in my family, my little sisters, any of that, you know what I mean? Like, I don't care who it is, Joe. I don't care what your age is. I don't care about none of that. You know what I mean? Like, you on it. If I'm walking down the street, if I'm just walking into a house, a room, whatever, and I just walking in, I see a dude in my sister's face or a dude in some women in my family's face, like any dude just in her face, I'm not gonna sit there and ask no questions. I'm not gonna sit there and ask no. I'm not. I'm putting myself in that situation. Like if that was my sister, or if that was anybody in my family, I ain't asking no questions, dog. I ain't asking no questions. We got nothing to ask questions about. I got Coach Kennedy in the building. We ain't asking no questions. So that's. I mean, is it right? Probably not right. It's probably not right, man. But as a man, I mean, as a man in my family, you know what I'm saying? I can't sit back and allow another man to just violate my family members, or even if it's like a close family friend, you know what I mean? Like, that's a female at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, man. I mean, you don't, like I said, you don't suck a punch, but yet still, you ain't gonna let nobody be in no woman's face in your family. You're just not gonna go for it, you know what I'm saying? Just not gonna go for it. Let's see here. Dondada says, who promotion was it? I'm not sure. That's a good question. I know Dimitri Salita had something to do with it. That's Cleressa Shell's promoter, so it probably was a co-promotion more than likely. I didn't look too much into that. You know what I'm saying? Silver Salamo 2011. The situation is nuts. Yeah, all day, bro. Nuts, man. Real, you know what I'm saying? Last of a dying breed, facts, because I'll take a big head off behind my little sister all day. And a lot of dudes, and real talk, like my man just told Last of a dying breed just said, a lot of dudes don't care if it's a male or a female. We just tripping because it's a male. But some dudes, even if it's a female getting in their sister's face, they jumping on the female. I've seen it. I've seen dudes beat up on other girls to defend their women, they girl or whatever. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody asking no questions. You in her face, that's all I know, period. And I know what y'all saying, yeah, when she was in his face. Granted, that's true. And that was foul. But if she is in Ali Bashir's face, as y'all saying, how she's the one that approached him and all of this other jazz, and then he just gets sucker punched. It ain't right. I ain't saying it's right. I'm just telling you what was going through their head at the time. I'm not saying it's right. I don't believe the man getting hit in the face is right. They had a boxing event, Joe. They not in the hood. They not around the way. They had a boxing event where they about to make 6 figures in money. Major titles on the line. A lot of recognition, a lot of legacy points here. So, I mean, I get it. I'm not saying that no one's right. I'm just telling you what was going through their minds at the time. And I can't sit here and say who was right or wrong, because if I put myself in that situation, I probably would have done the same thing opposed from the sucker punching. I would have just squared up, like, get yourself together. Let's do this. I'm not going to, you know what I mean? But it's a messed up situation. That's all it is. The good news about all of this thing is that Cleressa Shields and Habazin will still go on to go and fight. That is the biggest good news about this. And I believe, unfortunately, through this incident, that it may make their fight a little bigger. So there's a glass half full type look to this thing. But I hope Mr. Ali Bashir heals up. I hope he makes a speedy recovery. You know, I don't know if there's going to be some legal action behind this. Probably so. I don't know. For Ivana Habazin to be asking questions like, where was the security and all of this, and this show was basically janky in a nutshell. For her to talk like that, I mean, who knows? That's usually legal talk, and we're gonna get to another story next involving legal talk. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. I don't know. All I can say is there's a lot of blame to go around, but shit happens like this, man. When you're dealing with a woman and a man going head to head, ain't no telling what the outcome gonna be. It's just as simple as that. It's just as simple as that. Then Dada says he stole an old dude in Shield's bag. He did. They stole Shield's bag. They ain't steal Shield's bag, bruh. She probably had some ducats up in that joint, man. I don't know, man. Dundada says, who pays all medical bills? More than likely the promoter. But we'll see. Now, they be usually having insurance for these events, but I don't think if to cover nothing like this. Last of a dime breed. Next, Derrick James is going to snuff Bomac for the disrespect. Yo, y'all see the video I did earlier about Bomac, right, man? Look, man, I'm not down with him calling Earl Spence Jr. a drunk, man. I'm not down for that. And Sean, I seen the comment that you left on the video. Oh, man, you said worse things about Hearn and AJ. Man, I ain't never called them no drunks. I ain't never called them. I may have said Project AJ. I ain't gonna lie. I may have called Eddie Hearn a liar, but I ain't never called him no drunk. I ain't never say, oh, yeah, AJ out here juicing or AJ out here shooting up. I ain't never say that, man. You know what I mean? I don't go into the personal zone with this. I always keep it boxing. You know what I mean? I use boxing terms purposely because I don't believe that you should be going into the personal zone when you're dealing with a sport. At the end of the day, I just don't see it. And I don't think it's cool when Bomac did it. You know what I mean? He need to stop that, Joe. He need to stop that. But look, I'm going to wrap this up right here. As for this situation right here, though, go on, fight well, Cleressa. I just want to say, anybody out there thinking she had something to do with this, she's clearly stated her case. She had nothing to do with it. She wasn't around when it happened. She was off doing her business. You know what I mean? She was in her place of business. So remember that. She was at work. And if this happened somewhere else, he had nothing to do with this. So for everybody putting this at Claressa Shields' feet, man, y'all need to chill with that, man. Y'all need to chill with that for real. So I'm glad the fight's still going on, and I hope this at least I hope we get some sort of shining light out of this situation where the fight becomes bigger. And may Mr. Bashir, may he have a speedy recovery once again, and sucker punches are straight for suckers, period. Straight like that. All right, Miss Shields, we holler at you, darling. Now, let me just touch on this before I go into the next story. Bomac need to stop it, man. I already said it before. I'm not going to go into all the points that I made earlier. But I'm not with this personal jab and stuff, man. And it seemed like to me that the Terrence Crawford side is the ones that's hitting below the belt. I'm just saying. Check the check. You live in check the check. I hear you live in check the check. That was kind of low. Then to turn around and say, yo, you a drunk? Oh, we came to take the word of a drunk? Bruh, I've no drunks. Earl Spence Jr. is no drunk. Just because y'all have seen a couple camera shots of him walking around, having a good time. Every time I've seen him intoxicated, he's always been in a place of celebration. Like, remember he was at the fight. Who fight was that? Sean Porter fight, right? The Sean Porter fight when he took over the press conference. He was having fun. He was out at a fight, dog. There's never been a fight that I've been to that I didn't get drunk. Are you sickening? I can't even barely watch a fight in my house without getting drunk. He was at a fight. Then y'all see him coming from the club. He drunk. So the fuck what? So what? That means he's a drunk? Man, look, man. Like I said before, Bomac don't want nobody making personal jabs at him. He don't want nobody swinging below the belt on him. You know what I mean? He ain't gonna want that because it's too much material there. A lot of material. You know what I'm saying? So come on, man. Come on, man. He ain't had to swing that far, did he? I don't think Earl Spence is no drunk. I got my criticisms of Earl Spence Jr. I do. Mainly avoiding Terrence Crawford. But at the end of the day, I do still respect him as the number one welterweight in the world. And I do respect his grind coming from zero to hero. I do respect the fact that he was outside the clubhouse and now he's inside kicking the furniture around and putting his name on the orange juice. I do respect all that. I just don't respect the attitude towards Bud. But I ain't gonna call that man no damn drunk, man. That's just foul. Let's see what y'all talking about. Boxing. Damn, my bad, fam. It's jumped on me. Okay, let's see. Let me go back up. All right. My boy Boxing Logic United says he hit him in the back of the head from what is reported, and he fell face first. Yeah, I seen that. Man, hey, so it's a sucker punch. Either way, it's a sucker punch. Either way, the man ain't know it was coming. And he ain't see it was coming. Whether it's in the face or the back of the head, I did read it was in the back of the head, still was a sucker punch. You know what I mean? And sucker punches is just for suckers, man. Especially when you do it to a 70-year-old. You dig? But once again, man, defending the honor of his peoples, man. Tough situation. Coach Kennedy says, I don't think them girls Shields be fighting got them security. Shields got to keep it boxing in press conferences in that case. Now, I will say Shields do become a high head sometimes. I've seen her on social media. You've seen her social media posts. You've heard her talk in interviews. And when she's preparing for a fight, she zeroes in on her target, man. Like, she zeroes in. Like, she's watching everything. She watching everything. Any little slick statement you make, any little slick word that come on, Cleressa is on it like the Hornet. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at that. I mean, that's just how she is. That's how she built. This is why all of these women, what was the last girl? Miss Hammer. She thought she can run around and call Cleressa Shields classless. This lady thinks she can run around and say classless. You know what I mean? Because Cleressa is passionate and she ain't taking no crap off none of these women. None of them. She got a edge on her, bro. That's like, when you look at some of the women in boxing, none of them are quite like Cleressa Shields, truth be told. None of them. I mean, she is hard as nails, champ. As nails. That's how she walk. That's how she talk. That's who she is. I love it, personally. I like her ferociousness. But a lot of these women don't. And they don't know how to handle that. That's why she the GOAT. Omar 7 says, dude was talking a lot of smack, though. Yeah, he was talking a lot of smack. And I seen the video that they had floating around YouTube and all the smack that he was talking off camera, away from the. He wasn't even in the girl face at that time. Like, he was off to himself, sitting in the chair. And they had a camera in his face, and he was just mouthing. And I'm like, all right, look, ain't even nobody around him. He just mouthing. He just pissed. He just in his bag. He in his feelings. And he never got out, whatever she said to him. My thing is, like I said before, you're 71 years old, bro. You're 71. You should have knew I'm here for business. So I'm going to handle my business first. I'm going to get my paper first. I'm going to let my fighter do what she came here to do first. And then we going to talk afterwards. If you got a 9 to 5, right? If you on your job and you get into it with somebody at your job, guess you ain't going to fight them on the job, are you? You going to say, meet me after work. We can meet over here. We can go here. We can do this. We can do that. You not, because you know that there's a time and place for everything. And I would think as a 71-year-old trainer who's been, I'm sure, through many fights, he should have known that there was a time and place to engage that. He could have just blocked that out for them, let them talk they smack. I'm not going to engage with that woman. You can't say respect your elders, and the elders don't know how to conduct themselves around young folk. Just can't do it. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's just how I feel about it. I'm just sorry, man. And like I said, man, if that was your little sister, that was your little brother, man, or whoever, y'all will be in the same way. Y'all. It's a lot of religious folks today on the internet. There's a lot of people on the internet. Oh, she shouldn't have done that. He shouldn't have done that. Oh, they should have just played it cool. And it's easy to say when it ain't your people's. It's easy to say. I'm loyal to a fault sometimes. You in my circle, you do anything. I'm just going. I ain't thinking most of the time. I'm be honest with you. I'm just saying, fight fans. I'm just saying. Sean Newton says this is the same path as Thurman was on. We're going to talk about Thurman too, Sean. We got a lot. Y'all see that interview early on TBV? Salute to the mighty boxing voice. Did y'all see Keith One Time Thurman come out on TBV? Man, I was like, man, what the hell who is this guy, man? This ain't Thurman. We're going to talk about that. Alec Cartier in the building. Salute, main man. I was hyped. Never seen Shields fight before than this. Hopefully never happens again. Let the who ain't sin cast the first stone all day. Exactly. I've seen cats fight for less, man. I mean, that's why I say I'm not going to sit back and point fingers and point blame. I'm just going to say this is an unfortunate situation, and I hope they all reconcile. Period, point blank. You know what I'm saying? Period, point blank. Let's see. Only Dundada says only person can sneak on 71 is a 90-year-old all day. Sneaking to 71, you get no kudos for that. But I'm sure that the women in his family, we may be up on the internet criticizing them all the hell. But wherever he at, he getting cell phone calls from auntie and the matriarchs of the family and the women throughout the family saying you did the right thing. Trust me when I tell you that. And that's all that matters. We can sit here and talk all of this right and wrong crap all day. His family, the people who love him, the people who know them, all they're like, yeah, you did. Trust me, even Cleressa probably behind the scenes like, I got to put my PR and distance myself away from it. But yo, good move. I mean, people in his family probably loving him for it. I'm being 100. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Edward Stevens says he was supposed to be on the stage. She shouldn't have been on the stage. Yeah, he was there for the pre-fight weigh-in or the trial weigh-in or what they call it. You know what I mean? He was just trying to check the weight. True talk. Yeah, they shouldn't have been on the stage. Cleressa should have been more in control of her crew. I don't deny that one bit. She should have had more better security. The event itself should have had better security to keep that stage clear. You know what I mean? So it's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate. I got Marquise Monroe in the building all day. We talking boxing, and you know it. You know what I'm saying? And you know it. So I'm going to scroll on down some. My man Sean Newton says they are trying to build a fight. You can build a fight without going into the personal zone. Bomac constantly does this. You know what I mean? You can don't act like you can't build a fight by saying this guy's avoiding me, by showing the fact that there is no obstacle, by telling the people that I will take less than what Terrence is doing is the right thing. It's mostly Bomac. He the one that's running around with this drunk stuff. You know what I mean? Like he is the one that's running around talking about, oh, the man has a drinking problem. I ain't heard Terrence say it. It's mainly Bomac. Maybe Bomac feel like he got to step up his rhetoric because Terrence don't talk. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But it's mainly Bomac, if you ask me. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Dundada says people swing below Bomac belly all day. He won't even know it. You know what I mean? They swear, they won't even know it, man. Sean Newton. Sean, you kill me with your comments, bruh. She seemed classless after the Brashear situation. No, she didn't, man. She seemed real apologetic, bro. What are you talking about? She put out like that long statement on, saying her piece on it, and she wished no violence, and she wished him a speedy recovery, and he's a distant kind of guy. He's that kind of guy. She didn't. Then she came on social media explaining her situation. She ain't bash Bashir. She ain't even bash Habazin or Habazin, whatever Habazin. She didn't even bash her. She just simply told her side and gave a heartfelt apology for what her peoples did, not what she did. I didn't see her on social media. Oh, yeah, I'm glad that happened to him. Oh, yeah, and if you come on our stage again, guess what? It's going to happen again. You ain't see her talking like that, man. You seen her saying like, nah, man, this is not what I wanted. You seen her talking in a fashion like, yo, that's not cool at all. That's not cool. I mean, you seen that, man. Orlando Finney, my brother, is in the building. What up, though, fam? What up, though? Yeah, man. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? Word of the day. What's up with you? I don't respect the Shields team. I feel you. I mean, look, you want to take a position. That's why I say no matter whichever lenses you look through, you'll find right and wrong. If you back the Shields side, you'll find right and wrong. If you back the Bashir side, you'll find right and wrong. You know what I mean? So a lot of blame to go around. That's all I'm saying. Oh, this is a great question. Anwar Jefferson says, main man, what would you consider to be more disrespectful? What Bomac said or what Gary Russell Jr. did. What Bomac said all day. What Gary Russell Jr. did had no harm, no foul. No harm, no foul. He ain't think about doing any damage to Leo Santa Cruz's father. He ain't think about this. That was a whole publicity stunt. What Bomac is doing is constantly trying to damage the reputation of a person. You know what I mean? Like, and doing it consistently. I seen Gary Russell Jr. do that maybe once. When he walked up on Leo's father, that was one time, and that was more so a publicity stunt. You know what I mean? It's just that a lot of the fans got in their emotions and they wanted to take it to the streets. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, that was just a publicity stunt. What Bomac is doing is trying to hurt Spence's reputation, make fans believe that the man is a drunk. Why would you want to do that? What does that do to help the fight? How does that bring the fight even closer any faster? It doesn't. All it does is make that man go, how you just going to talk like, man, you know what, man, I ain't thinking about it. I ain't dealing with them right now. That's, if anything, it may be counterproductive. You talking about that man is a drunk? That man ain't no drunk. Yeah, like, that was, you know what, hey, Anwar, that was the reason I had to get off the PED train. You know what I mean? When everyone was wondering, well, was that with Earl in the PED? Now he on the clean boxer program, allegedly. Nobody talking about it. But I had to get up off that train once I done my research and I seen that wasn't the case. That is not a cool jacket to be putting on people. Salute to my brother, Monty Brown TV. That's not a cool jacket to be putting on people. You know what I'm saying? And so I've realized that you can't be damaging people's reputations out here all because you feel some kind of way. So you calling that man a drunk. It's just that's foul. That's foul. That's foul. Let's see. Silver Salamo 2011 says security was rubbish. That means it was bad, man. No security whatsoever. And I'm telling you, man, Ivana might be planning a lawsuit because of it. Or should I say Mr. Bashir? Ali Bashir may be planning a lawsuit given that there was no security. I don't know, man. I don't know. Last of a Dime Breeze says Bud and Andre Ward was playing ping pong today for push-ups all day. That's what it is. Let's see. MC Treasure, what's up, man? Her first video wasn't apologetic or anything. She didn't care. She was even trying to goad Habazin into going ahead to fight. I didn't see that. You know what I mean? I can't speak much on that. I didn't see it. But maybe she was most concerned about her fight. Man, she lost out on a lot of money that night. She lost out on a lot of money. You're talking 6 figures. So maybe she wanted to make that money. But from what I mean, look, I'm not going to sit here and deny that maybe it took some PR person to say, hey, Cleressa, come here for a minute. Hey, yo, no. You're not going to do that. You're going to have to do this kind of way. I don't deny maybe somebody had to mold that for her and put her in that. Because clearly when she was on, I think it was Instagram or whatever, when she gave that long video, she was constantly looking off camera, taking signals from somebody. So maybe it was a PR person or something like that, you know what I mean, guiding her through this. It is what it is. But the fact is, she did take it upon herself to issue an apology and everything like that, man. So you can't, that ain't right, man. I got my boy Lawrence Williams in the building. What up, champ? What up, though? Seen your video earlier, man. Salute, man. To be fair, Cleressa was still in fight mode when she made that IG video. I'm sure she knew Coach Jab was in surgery, but I believe she should have waited to go live. Maybe so. But you know how these things are, man. Sometimes when a bad story is out there on you, you want to get ahead of the story. You know what I mean? Like, you want to get ahead of it before it takes on a whole world of its own. Because a story like that left out there unchecked, you know what I mean? In a matter of hours, that story can go, man, it had been changed, mutated into something different. Oh, man, somebody pulled a gun out. You know what I mean? It would have just, so I think what she wanted to do, and maybe her PR people told her to do, was to get ahead of the story. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. It is what it is, man. Renee Box Young, my man. What's up, famo? What's up with you? What's goody? Yeah, man. Renee Box Young says, Big man, what happened to the trainer who got attacked? Last I heard, he got a blood clot or something in the brain, man. Yeah, he's supposed to be having like reconstructive surgery, bro. It's bad, man. It's bad. And Damn, I mean, that must have been a hell of a sucker punch too, by the way. Or even did he hurt himself by the impact of the falling face first? I'm not sure, but it's bad, bro. And it's no good in this whatsoever. But yet and still, like I'm telling them, Renee, put yourself in that situation and say if that was your little sister, if that was your cousin, if that was your, family friend, it's a woman. And you got a man in a woman's face that's of someone you're close with. What would you do? You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm telling y'all to ask yourself, fight fans. What would you do? What would you do? You know what I mean? It is what it is. Rocket Strikes 89 says, Bo Mac just barking, Slim. Nobody is hopping off the Spence train just because somebody called him a drunk. Nate Jones said he drinks a lot. It ain't that serious. He's not accusing Spence of raping kids. No. See, the thing is, it don't matter, bruh. You don't want nobody putting something on you. To say you a drunk means you got an addiction problem. You know what I mean? Which means you unhinged. Which means you all over the place. You just messed up. Every time I've ever seen Earl Spence Jr. talk, whether you like the moves he make or not, I rarely see this man ever disrespect anybody. You know what I'm saying? Humble. He may not do the moves you want him to do. He may not take the fights you want him to take. He may not do that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't hear this dude out here. From what I heard him say about Terrence Crawford, he says, I respect Terrence Crawford. I respect him. Yeah, F your pound for... hashtag F your pound for pound got taken down. It got taken down for a reason. He knew that was too far. Come on, man. I can't, bro. I don't like nobody calling somebody a drunk. That's like saying somebody a heroin addict. Oh, you shoot dope every day. You know damn well you ain't shooting no dope. You know what I'm saying? Or you telling everybody he's a drunk because he like to have fun. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Man, this is just crazy. I'm just not feeling it. And I hear what you're saying. Maybe it's not that big of a deal, but I don't like when you trying to go into the personal zone. I just don't care much for that. You know what I'm saying? Just don't care much for that. Then daughter says, if you say I have panties on and we not fighting, I have panties on. Yeah, true talk. That's how Bud went at him. Want some boxing talk, man. Bo Mac like he a drunk. Man, he's old drunk, man. The reason he drinks all the time. He's so drunk. He's unhinged. He's out of control. He's a drunk. Somebody need to put him in rehab. Do I got my criticisms on Spence all day? But that ain't whatever, man. Real talk, man. I'm saying? Real talk. What's up with Triple G ducking boo-boo for the German guy? Tell me about it. You know what I mean? Did a video on that recently. Don't know, bro. Don't know. Triple G, triple duck. I don't know. It's sad. But Andre need to get that fight, man. Andre really needs to get that fight. All right, look here, man. I want to move on to the next story. And I want to talk about this situation briefly real quick. Y'all know who this guy is, right? Bow, bow, bow. That is Tyrone Spong. Y'all know Tyrone Spong was supposed to face Alexander Usyk before Tyrone Spong popped dirty, allegedly. Had adverse findings. VADA caught him. You know what I'm saying? Which got him out the fight. And now, they're moving on to this new guy that they're going to fight sometime this week. I forget his name. Chad something. I'm going to pull this story up real quick. Hold on one second. All right. So this guy, Tyrone Spong, we know he popped, right? Tyrone is saying, I'm clean. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what Eddie Hearn is telling everybody. I'm clean. And he is adamant that he is clean. He is even demanding that Eddie Hearn come out to the public and tell the public what it is that I got caught dirty on. Because this man said he went and did an independent drug test on his own. And his test came back clean. But the VADA test came back with adverse findings, and he wants to see his B sample. Not mad at that. Not mad at that at all. He wants to see his B sample. So, the thing that makes this story so messed up is that he's saying that he was clean. though VADA found him dirty, but it clearly didn't tell him what he got caught dirty on. And so he's sitting around and saying like, yo, man, I'm clean. That's crap. But then you got another fighter in Joey Dawako who's saying, okay, well, when this guy popped, they sent me a contract. They sent Joey Dawako a contract, Philly fighter. And he says he signs the contract, sends it back just for him to not get the fight. And then they go along with someone else. And so this guy Joey saying they looking for an easy fight. He says he was told that they wanted an easy fight for Usyk's short notice fight, as if they've learned from the Anthony Joshua situation. We're not going to just take any old guy on short notice. We're going to make sure that we get in there with an easy opponent on short notice. Now, we know Alexander Usyk has been out of the ring for a long time. We ain't seen Usyk since the Bellew fight. He was supposed to come back in May. He got injured in May with a bicep injury. And we ain't seen him since. And he's coming up to heavyweight. So, of course, they want him to get a light touch. Shit, Tyrone Spong would have been a light touch. He ain't done much. He ain't done anything. He lost his step-up fights. So, I don't know. But according to Joey, he's saying, this is bullshit. His words were, they wanted an easy fight on short notice, and they fucked me. Hashtag Matchroom did me dirty. When Eddie Hearn placed a post on, I want to say this was either Twitter or Instagram. I want to say this must have been Instagram. And he was talking about the fight. It's fight week in Chi-Town. Huge night on Saturday as Usyk makes his heavyweight debut. And then Joey came back and replied to that and says, BS fight. You know this is BS. Matchroom sent me a contract last night and I signed and returned it right away, and you chose a easy fight. They are going to be fighting a guy by the name of Chad Witherspoon. Chad Witherspoon had just been suspended by the Pennsylvania Athletic Commission out there for pulling out of a fight. But they're going with this dude, Chad Witherspoon. They're not going with Tyrone Spong. And most importantly, let me pull up a picture. I do got a picture of Joey here. Let's pull up a picture of Joey, shall we? And Joey, this is Joey Dawako. So he's saying he signed the contract and they pulled it back. So the question I'm asking is, are they doing some cherry picking for Alexander Usyk? Maybe so. I don't deny that. Clearly, I don't deny that. Except, I got to catch up with some of y'all comments. But I don't deny that. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, this guy said he was ready to go. They feel as though he was too tough an opponent for Usyk, at least according to him. And so they went on with the easy fight in Chad Witherspoon. They learned. Eddie learned. He learned, like, look, man. See, in Anthony Joshua's situation, he had to make a splash in America. He had to. He was coming here for the first time, and he wanted to be the same star here that he was over in the UK. So he had to make a splash. So that's why they had to keep on trying to find credible guys. They went from the Jarrell Millers to the Luis Ortiz to eventually Andy Ruiz, right? So those were three high-caliber opponents, if you will. As for this situation, these are three bums. I'm just keeping 100 with you. These are three bums. But this guy wasn't bum enough. They had to go find a lower bum, according to them. So that's the situation with Usyk. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. So they definitely cherry-picked this fight. Usyk will have an easy fight. He'll probably go on and dust the guy. He's calling out Deontay Wilder. They're not going to risk Usyk losing his first fight at heavyweight to try to prove any points. They're going to try to make him shine, look good, because he's rated very high in the sanctioning bodies. I think he's even mandatory in one sanctioning body, if I'm not mistaken, right? I want to say it's the WBO. I could be wrong. The WBO? Or is it the WBO, I want to say. But he's up there. And they're not going to jeopardize that for nothing. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. All right, Joey, get the hell off my screen. Let me see what y'all talking about. Let's see here. Let's see. Let's see. Renee Box Young says, yeah, most def. Spence keeps it professional for show, man. I agree. He's always a respectful dude, man. Always a respectful dude. Always a respectful dude. Supreme Beast Boxing Talk, my brother. Cadillac Red in the building. Everybody that hear the sound of my voice, go check out the homie Supreme Beast Boxing Talk all day. Hey, they got it going on over there, man. Show entertaining and there's a mug. You know what I'm saying? Go check out the homie and them, man. They doing a great job over there. Hey, keep up the great work, Supreme Beast Boxing Talk. Keep up the great work, bruh. All day. You know what I'm saying? All day. Let's see. Renee Bokshung says now Usyk is fighting who? A dude by the name of Chad Witherspoon. No relation to John Witherspoon. You know what I'm saying? He fighting Chad Witherspoon. Never heard of him. You know what I mean? It is what it is, bruh. Never heard of him. Sean says the Polish guy is going to be his Mando. Oh, okay. So, but it ain't Usyk up there though, Sean? I know Usyk is up there, bruh. He up there. I thought he was Mando in one of them sanctioning bodies, man. I thought it was the WBO. He Mando up there somewhere. It could be. It ain't BC. I know that for sure. I think it's the WBO because remember he bumped Dillian White out the way because Dillian White thought he was going to be the mandatory, and Usyk came up, given he was the champion at cruiserweight, and he took Dillian White's spot. So I think it was the WBO. You know what I mean? Last of a Dying Breed, another Big Burger Miller. Why only the heavyweights get popped, man? They say the heavyweights are the dirtiest, truth be told. I've always been told that. I'm going to be 100 with you. I've always been told that. I've always been told that the dirtiest fighters in boxing are heavyweights. And even the lower weights guys will tell you that. I find it funny because they don't got to cut weight. So it's like, damn, why are they juicing, you know? But, you know, you can juice for many different reasons. And from what I was always told since I've ever inquired into boxing, that the dirtiest fighters, believe it or not, bro, are the heavyweights. That's what I was always told. John DeJean says he is bragging because his fighter don't drink. Who, Bomac? Bomac is bragging because his fighter don't drink, but they don't give you the right to call Spencer drunk. Don't give you no right to do that, man. Don't give you no right. Yeah, I'm with Sean. Heavyweights all cheating. I'm with you, Sean. I don't about all. I'm about my man Bomb Squad. My man Bomb Squad look like he does it the right way. Never popped, but all of his opponents popped. You know what I'm saying? Let's not put that jacket on Bomb Squad, the real champ. You know what I'm saying? We not going to do that, Sean. He's never popped. Yet Ortiz has popped. Yet Povetkin has popped. Yet Thurman has popped. You know what I mean? He's never popped. I'm just saying. So I think that's all. I think I got one more. Yeah, I got one more topic here that I want to dig in before we we could freestyle it for a second before we hang it up. And the last thing that I want to speak on, let me know, did y'all see the Keith Thurman interview on the Boxing Voice earlier? Yo, if y'all haven't gone over to the Boxing Voice and watched that interview, man, real revealing interview. I was commenting like crazy in that comment section. I was going off. I'm gonna be 100 with you. I was going off. I hated the way Keith was talking. I hated every second of the way Keith was talking. Some people may say he was talking diplomatic. Some people may say he was talking in the right way, man. He's mapping out his way. He's saying that he wants a soft touch sometime in 2020 to springtime, and then after that, he's looking to maybe take a big fight. But he said, according to Keith Thurman, he says that the only fighter that he comes back for pre-surgery, immediately to without a tune-up, is Manny Pacquiao. He'll take the Manny Pacquiao rematch like that. But everybody else, Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford, Danny Garcia, any of them, Sean Porter, they got to wait. But I'll take Manny Pacquiao on. What was pissing me off, more so than anything, was the hunger. I didn't hear the hunger. It wasn't there. It wasn't there, fight fans. There was no "don't duck me." Look, I'm holding out on the last string of hope that dude comes back. I'm gonna be 100 with you. I'm holding out on the last string of hope that one time comes back. That hashtag the final level comes back. M. Bison, Cooper Trooper. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping he comes back. King Bowser. This dude, I don't know who he is. My hand, and It's hurt, so I'm gonna come back to a soft touch. And then he all getting all in his feelings when you bring up his wife. Like, I noticed towards the end of that interview when they asked him about his wife, like, he got triggered. He got triggered. And that's something to beware of, because any fight that he goes into with a big fighter, if they want to get that mental edge, they know exactly where to go now. Hit him on the wife. Hit him on the wife. That's what they're going to do. But I just didn't hear the hunger. I was typing in the comment section, just call out somebody. Just say a name. Just say, Earl Spence, you got my belts, I'm coming for them joints. Just say, oh, all y'all having y'all little time right now, I'm coming back to take the division over. Let me hear something like that. Not, it all depends. My hand is hurting, and, I got to weld the bones together because I have bruises, and I have bruises of the bone. And, you got to weld them together. You got to get screws, and you got to put the screw in. And then after that, I got to sit back. I got to say kumbaya. I got to go to the mountains in the Himalayas. I got to play the flute a couple times. And then I got to come back and decide, do I want to come back and fight? And then I'll take a soft touch. Then after that, who I'll fight after that, I don't know. I don't even know when I'm going to fight. I don't know if I'm going to fight again. I might don't fight again in 2025. I don't know. That's how you talking. And I don't like that. That ain't the Keith Thurman that I know. That ain't the Keith Thurman that I came to support. That ain't one time. That is sometime. That is none time. Look, if he injured, he injured. Can't do nothing about it. Can't do nothing about it. He injured. But at the end of the day, at least talk and act like you were once hungry. I don't feel hunger when it comes to Keith. That interview today, man, I was just like, bruh, you got to stop. It's like almost like he's content. This is why we seen him right after his fight with Pacquiao on one of them PBC shows, and my man blew up in weight. And I'm like, man, where's the hunger? I need to see the hunger. Why you ain't in that gym? Why you ain't shredded? Why you ain't at the cameras? Don't duck me, son. Are those days over? Are they over? Will we ever get them back? No, man. But I was disappointed. Going over to the Boxing Voice Fight fans and check that interview. I was really disappointed, man. For real. For real. MC Treasure says that Sean Newton boxing, they did not feel, what do you say? They did not feel, man, the screen, I wanted to read that, man. Hold on, I'm going to go back up. Oh, this thing be jumping so much, man, sometimes. All right. Sorry about that, MC Treasure. I wanted to read that, man. You said something about, okay, here it is. As Sean, he didn't fail VADA. They had both UCAD and VADA tests. So, what are you talking about? This situation here with Usyk? But if you're talking about that situation with Usyk, then I don't know. I know they failed VADA. I don't know about UCAD. I know they failed VADA. MC Treasure says he passed all of the VADA ones. They said VADA caught him. If you're talking about the Usyk situation with Tyrone Spong, they say VADA caught him. So I don't know. Sean says short notice opponent. Hearn learned from Ruiz all day. MC Treasure, 4 or 5 days notice after what happened to AJ. Hearn ain't putting no live bodies as short-term replacements anymore all day. I agree with that, MC Treasure. Learned his lesson, homie. Learned his lesson. You know what I mean? Let's see. It's Usyk's first heavyweight fight, and because of injury, he has been out a long time. Yeah, he's been out a real long time, fam. Lawrence Williams says Chaz Witherspoon is a good boxer. Just lacks heart, in my opinion. Areola, Tony Thompson, and Seth Mitchell all stopped him, yeah. He lost a lot of his step-up fights. Well, that's what they want, though, Lawrence. They want that easy touch for Usyk. They want to let Usyk shine. They want Usyk to shine. So, I understand. And they're not going to put him in there with a real live threat. First fight at heavyweight, still very marketable at the weight class for what he did there on that cruiserweight being undisputed. They ain't going to put all that at risk. They're not going to lose all that. Even if, they can use him as a buffer for Wilder, maybe as a buffer for AJ. They can use him for many different reasons. You know what I mean? So I don't see it. I ain't see it. Supreme says thanks all day, bro. All day. Supreme Beast Boxing Talk. Haney better get good promo since he got jerked out that WBC title shot. Yeah, man. He let Bob Arum run circles around him and Eddie Hearn. They let Bob Arum run circles around him in that situation. They straight up effectively boxed him out. You know what I mean? He just knew that he was getting down with Eddie and he was going to be involved in that WBC tournament. And, you know, the WBC title was vacant at the time. No one knew what was going to happen. But then Bob Arum pulled a magician move and got the WBC to allow Vasyl Lomachenko, who's already a champion, to fight for a vacant title. Change the game. Move Teofimo Lopez over to the IBF. Put him on Richard Comey. Now Devin Haney could become the mandatory all he wants. Because guess what? If Teofimo takes that IBF off Comey, unifications trump mandatories. Effectively boxing out Devin Haney. Eddie got to get better, man. Eddie got to get better. That's all I'm going to say. I mean, that young boy got straight duped. And now he's like, I can't stay at the weight class but for so long before I got to head on up to 140 pounds. How long you think they going to wait that kid out? Man, I don't know if it happens, bro. It's going to be close. I don't know if it happens, man. Witherspoon is former heavyweight champ Tim Witherspoon's. This is like his son or it's his nephew. Oh, okay. That's his nephew? Yeah. Read that too. You right. You right. So he got boxing in his blood, but I mean, they say he's been like, I know for sure, like he's been like not that active and his record ain't good. I took a little glance at it. It's not much to talk about there, man. Yeah. MC Treasure says, because of no weight restriction, I think several of the heavyweights aren't staying in good shape. So they are PEDs to try and get in shape on fight time. That could be the case. And punching power. Punching power as well. So they ain't got to cut weight, but they all want to have stamina, most importantly, to go deeper into a fight and to have punching power. Those two things right there are key in the heavyweight division, especially stamina. We were looking at Jarrell Big Mutant Miller, and we would wonder how was this dude throwing 1,000 punches around? A fight. How is he throwing all of these damn punches at his size? And now we know why. That dude had crazy stamina. But now we know why, because he was a mutant. You know what I mean? Because he was taking substances that make his earlobes turn green. You know what I mean? He was a mutant. He took the ooze from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Part 2. You know what I mean? He works for TGRI, which I know about it. You know what I'm saying? Keep going. MC Treasure says, hard to stay hungry when you've made millions. It is. It really is. It really is. And that's Keith's problem. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe the money made him soft. I don't know. You know, but he's definitely banging the drum for a Pacquiao fight, and he's definitely still in his feelings, and he's still a little salty about that fight too. You know, he knows that knockdown in the first round, man, cost him a lot. And he know he made a simple mistake by walking straight backwards and getting hit by that shot. And he just I'm sure he replaying it over and over in his mind, like, if I would have just did this instead of doing that, I would have been good. Damn, tough thing, man, tough thing. And Watch Everson says, Keith Thurman is a businessman now, man. Man, don't say that, bro. Don't say that. Do you know how much crap that I give the Earl Spence Jr. fans about him being businessman of the year? You know what I mean? They should put my man in Forbes because he wakes up with the Wall Street Journal, a cup of coffee, and in his slippers at the end of his bed because he's on his way to work because he is a businessman. You know what I mean? I give them all kind of hell. Don't tell me Keith is a businessman. He may be. I don't know. If I don't know. He may be. It's just not one time. I don't know what's his ambition now. But if it ain't the belts, if it ain't legacy, I don't know. And he's so fragile, bro. He's so fragile now, man. It's like every time he fight, he can't go more than 2-3 fights without getting hurt. Every second fight, every 2 fights, he hurt. You know what I mean? And then on top of that, Keith is totally dismissing Terrence Crawford. With Keith. All right, I was going to do this tomorrow as a standoff own video, but I'll just briefly mention it. What Keith also showed me in that interview was this whole ducking of Crawford or not fighting Terrence Crawford. It's not just the Earl Spence Jr. thing. At first, it took some convincing, and I've had fans tell me this before, but to hear Keith act and talk this way, to look at how Danny is talking, to look at how Sean is talking, it's not an Earl thing. It's a PBC thing. That plan has been delivered in the mailboxes of all of those fighters. Stay away from Bud. We'll tell you when Bud is free game. But right now, he ain't. Y'all worry about each other. Those suits have told those fighters, do not worry about Terrence Bud Crawford. They are, if you listen to all of them, they all are putting up some excuse or another. With Danny, it's money. With Sean, allegedly they're the best of friends. With Earl, he just diva mode right now. He don't want to fight. You see where I'm going? With Pacquiao, never. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's a PB. It's starting to look like not just a Earl thing, but it might just be a PBC thing. Am I going wrong here, fight fans? Am I going wrong here? Let me know. It just might be. I mean, I'm just, because Keith is talking like, man, look, Crawford is like, when they asked him, how do you feel about Earl Spence not fighting Crawford? He just like, well, I guess he don't want to fight him. He ain't got to fight him if he don't want to fight him. Look, he's champion now. He's on the top. He might want to go and make some money. That's fine. And it's like Keith explaining his situation, like that's what he would do. It is a PBC thing, fight fans. MC Treasure says Keith is on record saying he isn't fighting Crawford. He is. He is on record. I've heard him say it. And ain't checking for it. Ain't looking to fight him. He got to go through option A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and Crawford just might be K. That's how it is. Like when they go into work at the PBC corporate office, when they walk in there on the whiteboard, it's in big red letters, stay away from Terrence Crawford until we tell you when you can fight him. That's what's going on. These damn suits. MC Treasure, you right. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to acknowledge that, man. But look, man, I'm a simple dude, man. Once you show me and you start, if I see it to be true, I'm gonna have to speak on. I'm gonna say what it is. I didn't want to believe it to be true. I truly didn't. But it seems that way. Danny says $3 million. The offer of $3 million that Crawford sent wasn't enough. How that's not enough, bro? How much money did you make fighting Porter again? Riddle me that. How much money did you make fighting Keith Thurman again? Riddle me that. And this man offering you $3 million plus pay-per-view backside? Are you insane? I told y'all. Terrence Crawford has a better deal than 98% of the PBC fighters. Period. And don't at me on that. Like, that's facts. He has a better deal than 98% of the PBC fighters. For everybody thinks he's in such a bad situation. Yet, every one of them on the PBC side have an excuse. It ain't an Earl thing. They're under orders. And the orders is to stay away from Bud until we tell you. Period. Until we tell you. That's some hard truth. Rocket Strikes 89 says, I think it's Al Heyman who runs these guys, telling them to not fight Crawford all day. Simple. I mean, look, man, we can start. We can act like this ain't happening. Even, I got a lot of PBC fans here. I know I do. I know for sure. I got a lot of Spence fans too. I'm telling y'all, man, you got to open your eyes. You know what I'm saying? Just open your third eye and look at PBC as a whole and how they're all moving as a whole. This is not just a Earl thing. We give Earl the business because he's as seen as the number one guy right now. But it ain't just the Earl thing. It's a PBC thing. Bud is the boogeyman of PBC. Bud is the Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees against PBC. They're all scared. They're all running. They're all like, nah. The suits are holding them all back. So to my Terrence Crawford fans, if you haven't already, let's expand the argument a little bit. Let's expand the lane. That's not just limited to Spence. Look at all of them. Look at Danny especially. Especially Danny. Because him and Crawford got the longest rivalry. Look at Danny. Look at Sean. Look at Keith. Look at Pac. Look at all of them. They all speaking the same crap. If you really peel it all away and look at what they saying, it is a PBC thing. Damn. They don't even accept. And I should have known this. Man, what the hell is wrong with you, bruh? What's wrong with you, man? You should have known that when they didn't want to recognize the WBO and when they don't want to include Crawford in their rankings, what is that telling you, man? Right? I know that's what y'all got to be thinking out there. It's all love. I know what it is now. You know what I mean? I know what it is now. Damn. John Lejeune says, imagine if Pacquiao came out of nowhere and became undisputed and retires. That will ruin everyone's plans all day because they all looking at Pac, John Lejeune. They all sitting back looking at Pac. They all like, what is he doing? Who is he fighting next? We can't make a move until Pacquiao makes a move. That's sad. An old 40-plus-year-old legend has to make a move for the young boys to make a move. That's crazy, son. That's crazy. You hear me? Oh, man. Last of a Dime Breeze says, Danny ain't never made $3 million a fight. Never. But they want to laugh and clown that offer. Let's see how much you man, y'all, they killing me, Joe. I mean, like I say, man, I mean, it's good that I had this epiphany. Y'all have all witnessed here on We Talking Boxing on tonight, on October 9th, 2019. Main Man has had an epiphany up in this sumbitch. He has seen the light. Them PBC boys got the suits on the front line, protecting them from Boogeyman Bud. Damn, son. Real talk, man. But hey, it is what it is. The one thing I will want to leave y'all with tonight, man, we've been going for a while. The one thing I do want to say, look, man, I've been going heavy on the Spence Bud talk, you know what I'm saying? Because, look, y'all love it. Y'all love it, truth be told. And this is where the boxing hearts are at right now. And y'all haven't moved now for about 2 weeks. God damn, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, this is what y'all want to hear. So I will say this. It's good to see that these two fighters are getting this level of attention. I didn't believe at first that this fight can actually rise to the level of a great fight. I had my doubts, like Leonard and Hearns or a Hagler and Hearns. You know, I ain't gonna say May Pac. That's in another stratosphere. You know what I mean? But it's good to see that this fight is being raised to this level. Whether you're a Spence or a Crawford fan, on fight the night of the fight, when this fight is made, all crap is done. Yo, it's going to be the most gratifying fight to a boxing fan that we've had in a long time if everything works out. Nobody takes a loss and, you know, the build-up ain't overdone and all of that stuff. But these two men are working on something special. The numbers don't lie. This is the hottest topic in boxing, and it's been the hottest topic in boxing for the last ever since the Porter fight. Ever since the Porter and Spence fight. This has been the hottest topic in boxing. That let me know that this thing is special. I've been covering boxing a long time. I've covered hundreds, if not thousands of fights. And this one feels like something. And I just want to say at the end of the day, whether you rock with whatever side you rock with, just be happy that both of these dudes is in the spotlight. And boxing has resurged and emerged after Mayweather and Pacquiao around two other fighters. And I'm happy to see it. You know what I mean? All day. At the end of the day, we're here for the sport. We're not just here for a specific fighter. We're here for the sport. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. I'm going to read a few comments and then I'm out of here, man. Ty D says that John, he'd have to fight Earl and Bud to be undisputed. We know that ain't happening. Nah, Pac ain't doing that. Pac ain't getting in there with Bud or Earl. I don't know why Earl is even keeping hope alive unless a suit told him to keep hope alive, but I don't even know why he keeping hope alive. Ty D says, Bob said ain't no money in none of them other fights. Don't just blame PBC. Yeah, but Bob has also made offers to Danny, right? Bob has said clearly he wants Spence, so that's 2 of the 4. Now, as for Porter, Bob is open to that, listening to his recent interviews. But when everybody is running around saying that it's Bud that don't want to fight Porter, last I heard it was Porter saying that they're friends and he has to have a conversation with Bud and see if that's what, maybe it's a good idea to do, but that's nothing he never thought about. I used to talk about this prior to the Spence and Porter fight. Porter has been, this ain't nothing new that Porter has been saying, for those who don't know. Porter has been saying that him and Bud has been friends for a long time. They've asked Porter this in the past. When Porter still had the WBC, they asked Porter, like, yo, what's up with Crawford? And Porter's answer was the same. That's my boy. We buddies, and I never really thought about fighting him. That's what he used to say. I never thought about it. It never crossed my mind. So for people acting like it's Bud that's resisting this fight so much, remember, listen to the words of Sean Porter, and you'll see that Sean Porter ain't thrilled about taking this fight or really want to take this fight. It was Kenny Porter that said that they'll be checking for Bud, not Sean. Kenny ain't the boss. Sean is. And from what I see from the body language and the words of Sean, he ain't embracing that neither. So that's 3 of the 4. Keith don't want to have nothing to do with Bud. It's well on record, homie. Well on record. So for all of us saying it's Bob, I got 4 dudes that got 4 excuses right there. That's 4 excuses, bruh. 4. Bud has been trying to fight Danny since he was at 140. It's easy to sit back and say Bud ain't did XYZ at welterweight when nobody will fight him. It's easy to say that. How long you gonna keep people gonna keep using that line? Oh, what has he done at 147? Well, who's fought him? Who stepped up? Well, he should have signed with PBC. Why? When he's making more money on Top Rank. Well, he ain't got nobody to fight. Well, that's the situation he's just gonna have to deal with. But I don't understand why nobody else want to fight the number 1 pound for pound boxer. I don't understand why that's not a big deal. Why that's just like whatever. Man, we're going to talk about this till the cows come home. You know what I'm saying? Till the cows come home. I got my man David Gregory. You just getting in the building, man. We at the end, bro. We've been going for 1 hour and 20 minutes, man. I'm about to shut it down, man. We just kind of entertaining the last few minutes of some Bud Spence talk, But it is what it is. Ty D says Kenny is the boss, man. I don't believe that. Kenny is an employee. This is something that Derrick James tried to even hammer out there. Kenny is an employee at the end of the day. If Sean wanted to cut ties with Kenny, Kenny will be a regular citizen. He won't have this 6-figure-a-year job. He ain't the boss. Because Sean can dismiss Kenny. Kenny can't dismiss Sean. That means to tell you who the boss. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Silver Solomon says Keith doesn't want none of Bud. He doesn't. And he said it clearly on the Boxing Voice today. Bud is an afterthought. And that's the same narrative that they all preaching. Y'all can sit there and call me whatever you want. You can say main man. You can say that you just listen to the words of the fighters. That's all I tell you. Listen to what they saying. You ain't got to believe what I'm saying. Listen to what they saying. What did Keith tell you? What did Danny tell you? What did Earl tell you? What did Manny tell you? Did any of them say that they wanted to fight Bud? What did Sean tell you? While everybody putting this at the feet of Bud, what did they say? That's all I'm asking. Put their quotes up. And you give me one quote of somebody saying, I'm down today to fight turns Bud Crawford. Give me a quote. And don't give me nothing by no Luis Collazo or no Jotacito Lopez. I want an elite PBC welterweight. Show me the quote. It don't exist, cuzzo. That's all I'm saying. Rocky Strike says, so what he's supposed to do? Bypass his mandatory and give up his belt to fight a beltless Porter to make you happy? You can't be serious. Y'all got to understand with this Aegis Kalvalowskis fight. This ain't nothing that Bud asked for. Let's stop acting like Bud went and hunted out Aegis Kalvalowskis. No, this is a mandatory, meaning he has to make this fight. If he don't, the only way out of this fight is against another champion. So if y'all want to see Bud fight someone else other than Aegis, how about one of the champions step up and fight him then? Know what you talking about, fight fans. Bud can't pull out of this fight unless there's another champion willing to fight him. Now, don't get me wrong. I've said this from day one. I do believe that Bob Arum, if he wanted to, could have gotten Bud out because Aegis is coming off of a draw. Maybe certain buttons could have been pressed over at the WBO. I don't deny that. But at the end of the day, they're billing this as a mandatory. He can't get out of it. Why everybody is wondering, why is he fighting Aegis? He can't get out of it, fight fans. How else is going? It's either vacate your belt or fight a champion. That's it. Period. That's the only options he got. And guess what? Earl got 2 of the belts, and Manny got another belt. And neither one of them are trying to make a fight. So what you want the man to do? Man, look, man, I have not heard one argument yet, bruh, that convinced me to stop supporting Terrence Bud Crawford. He's now becoming the underdog because everybody is so much going against him, and they taking his words and they're throwing it in a blender and they're spinning them around, and they're trying to make an image of him that he isn't. And at the end of the day, I'm not going to let that happen for the sake of boxing. Because the same way we got problems with Keith Thurman, boxing needs Keith Thurman. The same way that you may have problems with Earl Spence, boxing needs Earl Spence. And most importantly, the same way you got problems with Bud, boxing needs Bud. And I'm shutting it down, fight fans. Much love to each and every one of y'all. I appreciate everybody for rocking with the boy tonight. We've been going for 1 hour and 25 minutes. Long show tonight. I only intended to be here 30 minutes, man. Look at what y'all be doing, man. But it's a pleasure, as always, to be here on YouTube with everybody. We will be back here Saturday for We Talking Boxing. I am not stopping. We Talking Boxing will continue to live on with technical difficulties or without them. I don't care. I'm going to keep on pressing on for you because I love this sport and so do you. So much love to everybody that came through, show love, and much love to everybody that's going to catch this on the playback. Now, tomorrow, you got to go to work. This is what you're going to do when you go to work. You're going to go to work and you're going to tell your supervisor you left your debit card at home and you need to use his. Screw that. You need to use the company's debit card because you want a good lunch. You're going to go out. You're not going to McDonald's. You're not going to no Wendy's or no Burger King. No, you going down to Fogo de Chow's. You know what I'm saying? You head on down to Fogo de Chow's or Roof Chris and you say you're having lunch on them. You know what I mean? Because you work hard and you make that sumbitch move. At the end of the day, they need you. Always remember that. And the day that they act like they don't need you, then you go on and do your own thing and become an entrepreneur all day. Much love out there, fight fans. Have a great day tomorrow, man. Keep your eyes on the horizon for the greatest and latest in boxing, man. Appreciate everybody. Hit the thumbs up for me on the way out if you didn't hit it on the way in. Much love to each and every one of y'all. Stay tuned here to Main Man Made Man, where we will get bigger and better. You know what I'm saying? I hope the news breaks soon, man, because I'm really getting tired of talking about Spence and Crawford. And I don't know if y'all tired of listening to it, but damn, yo, 2 weeks of it? It's time to move on, fight fans. You know what I'm saying? Boxing give us something. You know what I mean? We got some good stuff on the horizon, though. But stay tuned. Much love to y'all. Vid's coming out tomorrow. Everybody have a blessed night. And until the next video, don't forget to subscribe. Twitter, Made Man 511. Facebook, Main Man Made Man Boxing Forum. Instagram, Main Man Made Man. And as I say each and every video, to the next one. Much love to each and every one of y'all. Peace out. Hashtag anti-suit all day. Peace out.